Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this vlog of today, I'm just gonna take you through a step-by-step guide from beginners how to learn calisthenics. So let me break it down for you. Calisthenics is not easy, but it's very simple. You just have to understand 3 simple exercises. That's gonna be push-up, dip, and pull. I'm just gonna take you through these exercises from beginners to advanced and how to progress. So guys, please, if you're watching this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a like, comment, and share with some friends that might need to see this video. So guys, as first exercise, I wanna take you through the push-up, and I'm gonna show you how to do a push-up. When it comes to push-up, you want to obviously engage your core. You know, you don't want to arch your back. You don't wanna do push-up this way. You wanna make sure you engage your core, squeeze your glute, and then the elbow falls down aligned to the shoulders. And they go backward. They don't open up going sideways, but they go backward. So this is how you do a clean push-up. So in the next steps, I'm just gonna break it down for you how to progress it. If you're not able to do any push-up, as first progression, you wanna do knees push-up on the floor. So you wanna put your knees on the floor this way, and then do push-ups. So in this way, you reduce the amount of load on your body, and you can literally work in on that pushing strength and get comfortable with that. So as next step, I'm just gonna show you once you get comfortable by doing around 8 to 12 reps for maybe 3 sets, then you can jump to the next level. So going to the next progression, you wanna make sure you grab a step. So with that step, we're gonna kind of mimic the push-up, but in this variation, it's slightly easier. So you wanna get a step, get in position, squeeze your core, engage your core, and squeeze your glute. Then you want to make push-up this way. So by doing this, you're starting to load more weight to your body. This is gonna allow you to make it a little bit harder, but not too harder. So as you're getting better and you're getting comfortable, and again, you can do about 8 to 12 reps for 3 sets. Maybe you can make it more harder by making the step lower. So you can get something like, for example, if you have this kind of step, you can literally do this. And make it lower. But again, if you're finding it too hard, as I showed it before, you can get a box. So in that way, with the box, it's gonna be even easier. And slowly, you get to lower, and lower. So the load is gonna be more natural. In this way, again, we do literally the same thing. Squeeze the core, engage your glute. So in this way, the movement looks much closer to a push-up. And when you get comfortable, 8 to 12 reps, you're gonna be pretty much able to do already some few push-ups with your body weight, you know? So as next step, of course, we're gonna do body weight push-up. As I was showing on the previous progression, once you get to that level and you get comfortable with it, then you're gonna definitely be able to do some push-ups, you know? Maybe you might not be able to do 8 to 12, but your body starts to understand the movement. The strength is there now to make those push-ups. And what you wanna do is just go there and try to see maybe how many you can do. So, for example, if you do it and you get to 5 or 6 reps, that's pretty good. If you wanna increase the volume, you can get maybe a resistance band, attach it to a bar, and put it to your waist. In that way, it's gonna take a little bit of the load, but you're doing the full movement, the full exercise of the push-up, and you get up to 8 to 12 reps for 3 sets. And then you build volume to build strength. And basically, by that time, you're gonna be strong enough to do push-ups. So guys, as next exercise, we have the dips. I'm just gonna make a dip and show to you how to make a proper dip, and then I'm gonna break it down to you in progression. So when you do the dip, you don't want to be this way, and you don't want to go down and bring your tricep backward. No. I mean, that is good, but you're gonna work mostly your triceps. But if you wanna get a good engagement and work on your shoulders and chest, dips mostly works chest and shoulders, you want to do it in a proper way. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. First of all, you're going to go in a deep position and you want to activate the protraction by pushing your shoulders this way. You squeeze your core and you want to make a little lean forward while you're doing the dip in this way. You get to 90 degrees and then you push back. So in this way, you get in full activation of the chest and shoulders. So I'm just going to show you now how to break it down in a few steps. So guys, for me, as best way to start this, I'll suggest you to get some resistance bands. So in that way, you can take off the load and work on some volume and start to make some reps, you know, because the body has to become familiar with the movement. So, for example, you're gonna place the bands in this way. You can either place your feet inside or your knees, but I just suggest you maybe to put your knees because you can be a bit more comfortable in a way of placing them and taking them out, you know. So you're gonna place the knees on the resistance band this way. And again, you do the same thing, activation and lean forward. But of course, you have to use a band that suits your weight and makes you do some comfortable reps, you know. You don't want to make them too easy, but you still want to get to a point where you're going to hit a certain number, you start to feel the burn. I would suggest you to get the resistance band that you feel is better for you and aim for minimum 6 reps. That is the minimum amount of reps when it comes to volume and going up to 12. Once you get good with that and you're able to do 3 sets of 12 reps, then you can literally working on some different variation with the resistance band as well. For example, you have different methods that you can implement. Once you're gonna be very comfortable by doing 12 reps and you can do like 3 sets and you say, oh, how can I make this exercise harder, but don't jump straight away to the next progression. You can implement the same way, but maybe this time you can do some negatives and then push. In this way, you're making your exercise way harder because you're putting the body under tension. And again, you want to make at least 6 to 8 reps. Ideally, always aim for 10 or 12. So in this way, you have enough numbers and you're building enough strength. Once you're gonna be very, very comfortable with a low resistance band and you have all these reps, I'll suggest you to do negatives without bend. So, this way. This is going to help you to control the negative of the exercise, you know. And by the time you're going to put all together this progression, you're going to be able to have enough strength to control the negative and enough volume to control the pushing. So, when you're able to do maybe some few dips this way, then you can start to implement negatives through the whole exercise, like this. And then push. So, why do I say this? You have to understand while you do the exercise and you're trying to do reps, or let's say we're talking about performance, you know, the best way I will explain it to you is about performance. If you want to do a good performance, you want to get stronger on the basics. And the basics are negatives, isometric, and eccentric. So you want to get good at those 3, you know. And it's fine if you use resistance band, if you're a beginner, you know, because that allows you to get more control of your body. So once you be comfortable with a very light band and you can do different variation, different set, then definitely you're going to be ready to do some body weight dips. After that, when you are comfortable by doing some body weight dips, you can definitely apply the same with the band, but now without. So guys, as last exercise, we have the pull-ups. I suggest to beginners to use rings because I believe rings, they kind of build a stronger foundation, you know. Of course, the bars are not bad. I'm not saying that the bars are bad, but if you have a pair of rings, I can guarantee you that you will literally make the best decision. So having a pair of rings is always gonna be helpful. So I'm just gonna show you how to do a pull-up on the ring, and then I'm gonna break it down in progression. As first progression for the pull-ups, we want to do the Australian pull. I'll suggest you to get the ring lower, like to basically either to your hip, to the chest, to the hip level. But imagine that you're in this way. Basically, you can do it in this way, where it's a bit easier. So you want to place your feet on the floor this way, and you want to pull to your chest. So in this way, you build strength and you start to engage the back and the arms, you know, and you start to build strength to do the actually pull-up. As you're getting stronger, the next step is to extend all your feet or all your legs. So you want to basically go this way, but as I said, it's a bit slippery. And wear some shoes because the floor is very slippery. So as I was saying, as next step, you want to extend all your legs and you want to be in this way. By being more parallel to the floor, your load literally touches more the resistant side, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to explain it, but in this way, you make the resistance harder. And all you want to do is the same thing, pulling. Once you're comfortable about doing, again, 8 to 12 reps, about 3 sets, now you're wondering what I have to do next. Basically, I will always suggest to maybe even go lower, because the more you are parallel to the floor, the more resistance you build and the more closer it looks like to the exercise. For example, now doing the exercise this way is way, way harder. Because I don't want you to jump on the next progression yet without you have a strong foundation, you know. So once you're going to be able to do this variation of Australian pull, and you can push to the limit of the variation, definitely you're going to have enough strength to go to the next exercise. Guys, for the assisted pull-up on the rings, as we don't have the bar, you know, on the bar you would have normally used probably some assistant band, but over here, you know, it's pretty hard, you know, unless maybe if you place the rings on a pull-up bar and you drag them all the way under the rings and then you put the resistant band, that could literally work. But if you find yourself in this situation that you don't know where to put your resistant band, the variation of the rings is gonna be with the feet on the floor. So you want to be in this position and you want to pull with your arms and use a minimum amount of support from your legs. So in this way, you're starting to do the movement that is getting closer to a pull. So I would suggest you same, work about 8 to 12 reps for 3 sets. And once you start to become confident and you start to become stronger, next progression, you can maybe get your ringer higher if you feel comfortable, or you can basically be this way. And all you have to do is literally take out the feet from the floor and start to hold to a negative. So example, you're here, you basically get the rings close, you're having a tight force grip, you literally jump into the rings or just leave the feet from the floor in this way. So I'll suggest you to get the ring higher just for comfortability, because in this way, I wouldn't say this way is bad. Actually, you work in your core as well because you're forced to keep your knee tucked, and it can be a plus if you want to do it this way. It is a negative on the rings. And as I said, as you're getting stronger, you can do the same. From this position, you can just maybe go to a L hold, and then slowly work on the negative. Again, this variation, of course, is way harder than having your legs hanged. So I'll suggest you maybe to do the first one, and as you're getting stronger, you can try either with the knees or with the L-sit. So let me show it one more time. Or you can go in this position, then you can jump, and as you're going down, you arch your leg behind. Now I'm too tall, so I'm literally touching my knees. But this could be another variation, guys. And those ones are your 3 steps how to unlock your first pull-up. We are coming to a conclusion of the vlog. As I showed you, I just break down to you from beginners to advanced how to learn those exercises. As we said, push-up, dip, and pull. Get stronger on those 3 exercises, and then from there, you can think how to progress either in a weighted or in skill. But so far, those are the little steps that you have to do to unlock your first reps. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment, maybe share with some of your friends. Yes, see you to the next one.